On my kicker tonight, it is exactly 60 days to the August 9th election, and the news headlines are dominated by two developments. One is the rejection by Parliament of election law amendments proposed by the IEBC, and the second development is the simulation of election transmission results conducted today at the Bomas of Kenya by the election body. Now, the simulation exercise conducted today was not found very encouraging, as it suggested a very slow transmission process. That means it could take days for Kenyans to get the final tally of the August 9 election if nothing changes between now and then. But of course, we must give the IEBC the benefit of the doubt and consider the simulation just one of those days when technology turns up imperfect. We must also draw solace from the fact that we still have a whole 59 days to the election, and that is sufficient time for the IEBC to get its system working to perfection. And on technology, let there be no kidding. We are Kenyans, the regional bastion of information technology and the home of the best ICT human resources. So on this one, in this country of ICT breakthroughs that include seamless mobile money transfers, the IEBC should not dare make the electronic transmission of election results something complex or mysterious. Then there is that matter of proposed amendments to the election laws, amendments which election-bound members of Parliament found no time to consider. The response of the IEBC to this rejection must be noted as encouraging. It is assuring that the IEBC stated today that the existing current regulations are actually sufficient for the conduct of a free, fair, and credible general election. With that assurance in mind, the IEBC must also confront the nagging question on the lips of all political players, and that is the integrity of the voters' register. An audit by KPMG has revealed anomalies in the voters' register, including the presence of the dead in the voter listing. Kenyans will eagerly await the completion of the cleanup process, which KPMG indicated to be complete by the 20th of this month. Beside the cleanup, the IEBC must work at building public trust and earning the confidence of Kenyans that it is fully in charge of every aspect of the election, and the results of the August 9th election will be a true reflection of the wishes of the people of Kenya. The IEBC walks into the August election with the proverbial mark of Cain on its forehead, having been indicted by the Supreme Court for bungling the August 2017 election. In the damning judgment, the Supreme Court held that the IEBC, quote, failed, neglected, or refused to conduct the presidential election in a manner consistent with the dictates of the Constitution. 4 out of 6 judges found that this same IEBC committed irregularities and illegalities in the transmission of election results, and that those irregularities affected the integrity of the poll. After the judgment, the IEBC embarked in a race of introducing new regulations, ostensibly to avoid the pitfalls of 2017. Now, other than translating to backing up the wrong tree, the frantic and now futile search for new regulations was from the beginning premised on the wrong motivation. The idea was not to fix the irregularities, but to fix the court, so that, as political supporters of the amendments had put it, few judges and courts do not interfere with election results. So, instead of correction, the IEBC sought to amend what constitutes an offense under the current regulations. Now, going into August, the IEBC must stop second-guessing technology, and particularly the electronic transmission of results. Live streaming of election results, for example, is one way of conforming to the constitutional principles of transparency and accountability. With efficient live streaming, Kenyans will be able to follow the results, the live transmitted results, and compare the same with the final declared results to confirm the accuracy of the same. What the IEBC needs to fix is the mischief of 2017 that gave every fair observer, including the Supreme Court, the impression that the IEBC was never really in charge of that election or the process of the transmission or even the results it declared in the end. Here is a simple one for the IEBC. Try to conduct this election alone this time. No external hands, no mysterious death of any ICT officials, no mysterious polling stations, just the IEBC and the Kenyan voter. And it takes courage and integrity. That is my kicker.